we're going to make 2 videos because we are so far behind. But I had a couple people request that we make longer videos than the shorter ones on a weekly basis.
So here you go.
So here you go. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to probably do these once a month and show you what we listen to on Mondays once a month, and then on the other weeks I'll fill in with something else. We'll see. So, to start off with,
we're going to show our 8 tracks.
I don't remember what order I put my records in as far as
nobody else remembers either.
The furthest ones we listened to. So I don't really guess it matters. So I'm just going to start with the first one that I have here.
I'm starting with the back of my stack.
Well, that's probably a good idea.
Because I know that's the oldest ones.
That's probably a good idea.
And work my way forward.
And I'll just start with the back one then. So the first one I got here is Carole King. It's called Fantasy. I have quite a few Carole King records. I didn't even realize I had them. But there's the label, the vinyl. It's like a brand new record. It really is in good condition. I picked it up in the 99-cent bin, and in normal Carole King fashion, it's folksy, very nice record. That's all I gotta say about that. Go ahead.
And I have the Sonics with Boom. And I don't really even know if I showed this on my channel or not. But it's a garage rock from the 60s. This one's on Norton Records. Stab you there with it. And this is the first time I heard it when we played it, and I liked it, and it was good, and so on. Next.
The next thing I got here is Humble Pie, Smokin', and I really like this. Is 70s rock. I really, really enjoyed this record. It was really good. There's the back picture. It doesn't have no sleeve, just the record. I could probably upgrade this. It does have a few scratches on it, but nothing that hindered the play of the record. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Go ahead.
The Fuzz Tones Snake Oil double album.
Cool cover.
It's the first Fuzz Tones records that I own or have bought or whatever. And this one is, what did it say? I thought it said on here somewhere. It's I guess B-sides and unreleased live versions of songs. It's their songs and some other people's songs. They do covers, kick out the jams, and so on and so forth. The Fuzz Tones, it's like a, I don't know, like a record.
It's like a record.
And I'm not taking those records out of the sleeve just because we have so many to show in 2 videos.
Firefall. I have a lot of their records too. This was it's kind of like, it's rock, it's 70s rock, but it's not like Humble Pie rock. It's more like Journey type of rock, if that made any sense.
It's actually not even hardly like Journey, is it?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I have that one. I have one of theirs.
I have probably 4 or 5 of theirs. It was really good. Here's the sleeve. Nothing special, black vinyl. Go ahead.
This one I special ordered from Discogs. It's Garrita. It's his first album. It's reissue from Norton Records. And I was so happy to get this. It was originally on Capitol, 1959. And then after I ordered this, I don't know, a couple weeks after we were out record shopping at our usual stomping grounds.
Our favorite place.
Yeah, at Everybody's, and they had one of those. Well, I don't think it was Norton Records, but I already had it. But next.
Next thing I got here is the Knack. Get the Knack. They're real famous for that song My Sharona, which is on this record. But the rest of the record, I was telling Brandon, this is a very sexually orientated record. The lyrics are very sexual, but it was a good record nonetheless. There's the back. Get the glitter off of it there. And I don't think there's anything special about this sleeve. It's just black. Go ahead.
And by the way, that Garrita record, if anyone out there is not familiar with it, it's like early rockabilly. It's like in the style of Little Richard, sort of. The next one is Hassel Atkins, Out to Hunch.
This was a really good record.
This is like psychobilly, I think is what it's considered to be now, but at the time there was no label for it. This is also on Norton Records, and
who would you compare him to?
I'd say he's a wild version of Jerry Lee Lewis, more wild than Jerry Lee Lewis was. So, yeah, he likes to write songs about hot dogs and chickens.
Yes, he does. All right. Oh, snap. So the next thing I got is James Taylor. Sweet Baby James. There's the back of it. And this was a really good record considering the day I listened to it, the Monday I listened to it.
That is a good record.
I really wanted something kind of mellow, and this was perfect.
You want something kind of James Taylor, and that was perfect.
It was perfect.
Because it's, you know.
It's James Taylor. So, good record. I recommend it.
And Charlie Feathers, Jungle Fever. This is another, I guess, psychobilly, weird one. In the vein of the last one I showed, sort of. And it's, I don't know, like a wild George Jones, maybe. I don't know. It's good. Buy it.
It's good. Buy it. The next thing I got here are the Lemon Pipers Jungle Marmalade. And I think the day that I bought this, I bought it because I liked the picture on the front of it. I never really heard of them or heard any of their music.
You know the Green Tambourine.
I guess I do know that song.
That's not on there, is it?
No. But it was a very interesting record. I will say that. And it is staying in my collection because I enjoyed it so much.
Good record.
I just thought the cover was interesting. And I do buy records that way sometimes. Nothing special. It's on Buddha.
That is special.
That's special to him. That's his favorite.
And then I picked up another White Stripes, White Blood Cells. I've been trying to get all of theirs. And this one was their third album. Had sort of their breakthrough album. It had Fell in Love with a Girl, which was the first music video, and then Dirty Leaves, or Dead Leaves in the Dirty Ground was another video single. White Stripes, Jack White, Meg White, no relation.
Not now. The next thing I have is the Steve Miller Band Book of Dreams. This has got Jet Airliner on it, which is probably the most familiar song off of here. Sleeve.
Is the Joker on there?
I don't think so.
Should be.
No, the Joker's not on here.
Really? Oh, that's not Greatest Hits. I was thinking it was the Greatest Hits. That's why I thought it was.
Joker's on the one where he's got the mask on.
Mm-hmm. I just thought that was Greatest Hits, but it isn't.
Everybody knows that. Steve Miller, so that's a good record.
The Tarantino Experience. Ran across this on on Amazon when I was looking for stuff, and it's like, oh my god.
This was fantastic record. That's why I thought you played that other record.
It's a double album. I'm going to pull them out. It's 2 different colors, a red vinyl and a yellow one. But it has a lot of songs from all of his movies.
Show them off.
I've already showed it in my video.
Well, you didn't show it in mine.
Oh, okay. Well, see, look, it's a yellow vinyl like that.
God.
And that's one record. It's yellow vinyl. Let's put that one back in here like this. And then the other record is different than the one that's shown. See, it's red vinyl. Okay, now, next.
The next thing I listened to was Dusty Springfield, The Book of Love. And I don't know why. For some reason in this picture, I think she looks like Bette Midler. There's the back of it.
She does.
There's the records.
Bette Springfield.
I really love Dusty Springfield. I really always have. She was real famous for Harper Valley PTA.
No, I don't think that was her.
Yeah, it was.
Is that on there?
No.
I thought that was Jeannie C. Riley.
I don't think so. I think she sang it first. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. This was a fantastic Dusty Springfield record. I do have another one that I haven't listened to yet, so that might be in a future video.
REM Document. I used to have this back in the 80s or whenever it was on cassette. It has one of their best songs, the one I love, on here, which is a song that a lot of people probably know.
It's like my only song that I like by them.
Finest Work Song is a good song. It's on here. It was a single, but I'd like to get some more REM. I like a lot of their early material.
The next thing I have is Harry Chapin. Chapin. I don't know how to say that. Verities and Boulder Dash. I did not like this record.
What?
I sure didn't.
That has Cats in the Cradle on it.
I didn't like this record.
Which is why you bought it, probably.
Yeah. It's the only song on here that I liked. Sorry. It may stay in my collection just because I like that song. Maybe not. I don't know. I might see if I can find it on 45.
Weird.
Sorry.
Got a single here. Frank Zappa and Moon Unit Zappa, Valley Girl.
Valley Girl.
And this was 99 cents because it has water damage there, you can see. Has Valley Girl on one side and You Are What You Is on the other side. It's on Barking Pumpkins records.
Barking Pumpkins. That's fantastic.
Here's the label. I'll show the label. Here's the label. So yeah, great song. Both songs are good. How many more do you want to show in this video?
I got 2, 3, 4, 5. But I got a whole bunch stacked, so you can stop.
Okay.
I'll just
show this one and then I'll quit.
Okay. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This was a good record, of course. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. The gatefold.
That a spinning wheel on it.
Spinning wheel. Yes, it does, because every time I hear that song, I think about my childhood. Because my babysitter's daughter used to play that 45 all the time. She would make me come into her room and she'd play that song over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
She's probably still playing it.
She probably is still playing it.
Okay, this last record I'm going to show, and you're going to show some more, just so we can split this up and not run out completely. This is a record that I found on Discogs, I think. I just decided I was going to look for it. if you're familiar with the show or if you're not familiar with the show, either way, The Young Ones, British comedy that was shown on MTV in the 80s, look for it. It's on YouTube, a lot of it, and you need to watch it. This is one of our favorite characters from the show, Neil.
It's my favorite.
That's Neil there in the middle. This is Neil's Heavy Concept album, and that's sort of a takeoff of the Rolling Stones album there.
There's Frankenstein.
And that's sort of a takeoff of the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's on the back. But this record is red. Not the record. It's black vinyl. I just wanted to show the sleeve, or the label. That's Neil standing there, as you can tell. But it's a comedy record, but he also sings and has a decent voice when he sings properly. Yeah, great record. He had a single off of this called Hole in My Shoe, which was a Traffic song. And then My White Bicycle is on here too, which was his second single. So, Neil.
Alright.
So we go from Neil to Nielsen.
How do you say his last name, babe?
Nielsen. I just said Nielsen.
How do you say that?
That's not his last name. That's
Oh.
the album. It's
Oh.
Nielsen.
Oh.
It's Harry Nilsson.
Oh.
It's Nilsson.
There you go. Know nothing about it. I think Brayton made me buy this because he said I needed to have it.
You should have all his albums.
I actually didn't like it. And it's going to go bye-bye. Sorry.
But guess what? Most of these records that she's getting rid of, I already have some downstairs in my record room.
So?
Just thought I'd throw that out there. So don't worry, we still have, in our household, we still own one.
I don't think anybody's worried about it.
No one cares. I care, but no one else cares.
The next thing is Vanilla Fudge. This was really good. I did like this. I enjoyed it. It was a rockin' record. Surprisingly.
I want to see that when you're done.
I actually thought it would sound more like 60s music, but it was actually more rocking than I expected it to be. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. The next thing I have here, which I have quite a few of his records, Sean Phillips. This one's entitled Rumpelstiltskin Resolves, or Resolve. You can see there's quite a few little different characters in the pub. And Sean Phillips is an interesting musician because he's kind of jazz and he's kind of jazz fusion. He sings. He plays instruments. This is the label. Nothing special about it, even though that's a really cool picture.
Cool. I have to have a big poster of that.
So if you like that kind of thing, you really should check him out. I know I have at least 5 of his records, and I know Brenton has a few of his records too. But yeah, he's really, really cool 70s musician.
And we found, how did we run across him initially?
I picked up one of his records because I liked the cover of it, and I just was curious. Never heard of him.
That one with his back to the...
He was in the
there's
sand.
it's like cracked dirt, and he's got a guitar.
Yeah.
I have that one.
And
that's his first one, I think, too, isn't it?
I'm not sure the...
Chronological.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I picked it up, and we listened to it, and we were both like, wow, we have to get some more of his records, so...
I spelled wow backwards when I said it, but...
He did. He said, wow.
She remembers.
I remember everything. And then lastly for this video, we have Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits. And this was fantastic. I really enjoyed this record. got Peace Train on it. It's got some really good music on it. This was really good. So, with that being said, this is the end of video 1. Look out for video 2 to see what else we've listened to.
Can I say something?
And he has to say something.
I just want to say, if you're watching this video, make sure you go back either this way on her channel or this way, depending on which way we upload them, and watch the other one, which is going to be part 2.
Is that all you had to say?
Because some people don't. When you upload more than one video, they see the newest one at the top, and they don't go and check the second one because they think they've already seen it.
Isn't that what I just said?
I don't know. But I just said it too.
Okay. Thank you for repeating.
Ha 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 ha.
Alrighty. We will see you in a few minutes. Check out number 2.